I'm reading on here too. Speaking of heat backstage, where the Rock is getting heat backstage with some of the boys because they're upset about him being gone for so long and not being full time with WWE anymore, and he's got a main event at WrestleMania.
The Rock will draw more money
than anybody on the
roster. He could be gone like he was for 20 years and come back, and everybody will come and see The Rock.
Right. The way I see it, I can see how some of the newer guys are upset because, you know, The Rock's part of the past and they want their time. I understand that. But on this hand, it's The Rock. I mean, come on. It's The Rock. And if he wants to headline WrestleMania, Vince is going to let him headline WrestleMania.
Same with Stone Cold. Stone Cold comes back. I want to touch on the subject now. Last week on Raw, we saw where Triple H accepted The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell. That's all fine and dandy. But if they let Triple H end the streak, there's only one reason why he's going to end it, and that's called son-in-law.
Right.
Undertaker does not need to lose at WrestleMania.
No.
Let him win this, retire out, and he'd be. That's his. I know he's had so many milestones.
Right.
But they can say something, you know, 20-0, nobody's ever reached this, and that gives somebody. But if you actually think about it, I don't ever recall Triple H losing in a Hell Cell, and I don't ever recall, I could be wrong, but I don't ever recall Undertaker losing in a Hell in a Cell. So there's more than just.
I don't know about Triple H never losing the Hell in a Cell.
I don't think he has.
I'm almost positive that The Undertaker has never lost.
I don't think Triple H, in my memory, has never lost. And if that's the case, that would be perfect for the all the undefeated streaks on the line at WrestleMania. That's fine, but Triple H, he's already went twice. Right. He's lost twice. Get him out of there. Get somebody like Wade Barrett. Get somebody. Of course, Wade Barrett just broke his elbow or dislocated his elbow.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit later too.
I mean, get some new guys out there that need need this spotlight, that need this match, and I don't think I don't really want to see a Triple H.
No, I'm not interested in another Triple H Undertaker match at all. So, I mean, if they wanted to do this at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view or any other pay-per-view, that'd be fine. I'm not interested in an Undertaker Triple H match again at WrestleMania. And we've talked about this before. I would rather see The Undertaker remain undefeated at WrestleMania because this is something that started completely by accident that they really didn't even catch on to until he was like 13-0 at WrestleMania. And they were like, oh, well, he's never been beat at WrestleMania. Nobody really ever caught on to it. And it was completely by accident. I just think it would be cool, especially let him go 20-0. And if he wants to retire and only come back at WrestleMania time, you know, day after Royal Rumble every year, that's fine. But Undertaker is definitely not in any shape to be performing on a full-time basis anymore. I mean, as big of a fan of The Undertaker as I am, I'm finding myself enjoying his matches less and less. Well, you know, the few matches he has a year. Anyway, I'm enjoying it less and less just because he's slowed down the pace so much and he barely gets around.
But he's getting in there with the lineup of guys that you just hate seeing get in there, like Hulk Hogan. Right. I mean, what in the world? What he's had umpteen freaking back surgeries, and he's still trying to get in there and overshadow everybody else. Right. Dude, just
still trying to hold the spot.
You've done your deed. Just if you're going to do something, stay an online character or whatever. Do the management thing. I mean, you're done. Because every memory that you have, that I have, of Hogan back in the 80s, doing great things. I mean, he's a mirror image of John Cena right now. It was for the kids. Now you're looking at him and you're like, you forget all that. You see him wobbling down in the ring. He rolls into the ring. He can't get up. It's just, it's sad to see. I don't want to see them like that. I want to remember when he's throwing leg drops and elbows and everything else.
Crazy
picking Andre the Giant up, slamming him. That's what I want to remember Hogan as. I don't want him to ruin that, but I'm afraid that it might be getting too late for him.
I believe Hogan ruined his reputation years ago.
Yeah.
Right there.
Let's talk about this bad break for Wade Barrett. I really, it just looked like a normal
It didn't look that bad.
It didn't look that bad, but he quickly grabbed his elbow, and I thought to myself, now, is he playing this off? Is he what's he? And then when they brought out the trainers and stuff, and then I actually seen something that I want to touch on. I seen Jericho when he got eliminated. He got up and walked around the ring, and by his lips, it looked like he said, "How's weight?"
Right, he did.
Which that is very good. You know, a veteran taking on the responsibility of checking on a newcomer. That shows heart and dedication. That's why Jericho's who he is. I firmly believe him and CM Punk are going to steal the show at WrestleMania.
Without a doubt. That'd be match of the night.
It's going to be a match of the night, but I know WWE's going to push all Triple H and Rock and John Cena. But I think the Jericho and CM Punk match to me is going to overshadow the Rock and Cena.
Right. The thing
very good matchup. Kudos to WWE for doing that.
Right. A lot of people too are speculating on whether to blame the Big Show for that bump or not. With the crazy bump with Barrett breaking his or dislocating his elbow or whatever it is, and then Ziggler smashing his face on the table. I mean, believe what you want. I think that was during the climax of the battle royal they were having, and it's fast paced, and it's the guys that are on the ground. It's their responsibility.
It's not Big Show's fault.
No, it's their responsibility to catch him and make sure that. And then, I mean, some obviously they weren't on their spots right, and something went horribly wrong. And
in case with the Miz and R-Truth.
R-Truth, yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, Miz should have caught him, but it's the same sense. And you're going to bust Miz's balls about that,
right? And
then you're going to blame Big Show, who all he did was toss him a routine toss.
That's not even high risk. And they're also touching on that they're thinking maybe it's time that the WWE tones down the high-risk maneuvers due to the botches. I mean, there's been a few botches here lately.
The reason why there's botches is because they don't let them do the high risk like they used to.
Right,
they're not used to it.
Yeah, I mean, you watch them in Ring of Honor and things, they're just bouncing all over the ring. And then WWE doesn't let them do all those high spots except for at certain times, and they do them high spots and they forget. I mean, it's completely different because they haven't done it so long.
We're going to end this with The Rock and Cena. Cena, I think people forget that Cena started this. He called out The Rock. Rock was doing his thing in Hollywood. Cena ran his mouth, kept running his mouth, drawed him in. Now all of a sudden Cena is turning it on The Rock, like he's started this whole thing like he came at him. I believe this feud. I don't know. I mean, I believe this whole thing, they both have feelings about each other, but yet in the wrestling they both respect each other. I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited about seeing the match. But The Rock, where people keep saying, well, he's not there, he's not doing this, why does he deserve to face Cena? Because, like you said earlier, because he's The Rock.
Right.
I'm okay. I mean, I want to see The Rock on Raw. I want to see him laying boots to asses to John Cena. I want him doing this. I want him to win at WrestleMania because for the simple fact that by having Cena beat him, Cena still has ways to go. But you have Cena beat The Rock at WrestleMania. To me, that's going to be the last image I see of The Rock.
Right.
Everything that he's done is going to be overshadowed by this John Cena win at WrestleMania. As far as Cena goes in this match, I think they're running out of ideas what to do with him, and then they bring up this Rock thing and want to throw him into this. I'm hoping WWE's starting to realize I'm getting sick of seeing Cena walk out with that belt, which they need to change. And I was hoping CM Punk would do that, but he hasn't yet. Please, Punk, if you've ever watched this, which I know the chances are slim, change the belt to a real belt. But I think this matchup is going to be epic. It's going to be, The Rock and Cena is going to be talked about for a while, but in a way it just looks like The Rock and Hulk Hogan match. That's exactly what this looks like. Same thing with the Triple H and Undertaker match. Looks like the Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair match.
Right.
It's like history repeating itself, and I know in wrestling business, history repeats itself over and over. That's why I was excited about CM Punk, because he had something fresh there for a while ago. I just
backed off of it.
Cut him off. But do I think that The Rock and Cena should be the main event at WrestleMania? Should I think The Undertaker and Triple H should be the main event at WrestleMania? I don't think either. It should go back to the championship match.
Right.
Okay, have your matches, have your special appearance matches, have that, and then focus mainly on the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Championship match as your final match. That's the thing with wrestling, is they're wanting to boost the wrong matches as the main event. I'm still in the old school era where your main event was your championship match. I'm just, they got a lot to work on with the Cena and Rock in the upcoming month, because honestly, yeah, I want to see it, but I'm not interested in it. I'm not enthused by it. I'm not.
There's only so many.
Excited
So
about
far,
it.
you could push it via satellite. All the Twitter battles and everything. I mean,
This Twitter shit has to stop.
I want face to face. Promotion for this match. I want The Rock coming out there and Rock Bottom Cena. I want Cena to give the attitude adjustment to Rock, and I want physical interaction to push this match. I don't want this Twitter crap and be online and Rock doing an interview about Cena from the movie set and all this crap. I want face-to-face interaction with these guys, and now we've only got a few weeks before WrestleMania to do it, and Rock's going to be on Raw next week, and that'll probably be the last time he'll be on Raw until the Monday before WrestleMania.
I think he's going to follow through with the next upcoming weeks. I think he's going to make appearances every week now from here on out, I'm hoping. Because, he's The Rock. He's not stupid. He's a very smart guy. He knows what to do to get the crowd into it. I think that right now, as they got The Rock in there, that the newer guys, the guys today, need to grasp this and go and learn from him and watch him on the mic. And I don't care. There ain't nobody in the WWE today that can touch what The Rock did. CM Punk is close, but he's not there yet. The Rock on the mic is the best.
CM Punk would probably be closer if he could say what things that The Rock was able to say back in his era. CM Punk's held back a lot on the microphone because it's the PG era, and The Rock was in the NC-17 or the whatever the rating was back then, which was much more awesome. But yeah, but Punk would probably be pretty close. But I mean, even if he was able to say the things The Rock was able to say, I don't think he'd even be able to touch what The Rock was able to say, what he said back in the day.
Well, I hate to cut it short. We're running out of time here. So what I'm going to do is leave you guys with a topic to talk about, and we're going to read your comments, and then we'll read some of the posts and some of the comments left on the YouTube. I hope you guys don't mind, but we will use usernames and tell what their thoughts are. Here's a topic that I want to bust on: is the PG era. Should it end? Should it stay? Should we go back to the way it was, to where the adults were more into it? I understand keeping the kids into it, but wrestling just ain't as what it was when Stone Cold and The Rock was running the helm. People was glued to their seats, made sure they was home at 9 o'clock to watch Monday Night Raw. Tell us what you think. Leave some comments underneath this video. And let us know, because we will touch on that subject next time.
Video responses are okay too.
Yeah, you can leave video responses. I think we can make a difference in wrestling if we actually try, if we can get our voices heard out there. So until next time, folks, this is Jared and Jay. We're signing off. Wrestling 101. Thanks for watching.